Groupies! Today we are going to be making royal eggs. I am using the Ultimate Final Fantasy XIV online cookbook. This is level difficulty. Sometimes the fancy people with the big houses in Ishgard make delicious feasts to celebrate special occasions. One time when the Warrior of Light visited, Johann wanted me to sneak into the kitchen and take notes on how they were preparing the feast, but I'd much rather be in the festival hall. So I just grabbed the first recipe notes I saw about royal eggs and snuck back. Cookbook. The first part is we are going to make the hollandaise sauce. Now for a hollandaise sauce, you need a pan with water, only about an inch or so of water, just to give it enough to boil, but to have enough space for a bowl to be put on top. And the bowl needs to not touch the bottom. Well, not touch the water. I've already have that boiling. So now I'm going to mix in the rest of it. I'm going to be mixing in a tablespoon of water, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Make sure you get all of that in there. We're also going to be adding in just a pinch of salt. So just a few grains there. And finally, we're going to be adding in our egg yolks. There are 3 egg yolks here. One of them did pop, but that's not that big of a deal because we're going to be whisking this part. We can also remove our bowl occasionally to keep the heat from rising too quickly because we do not want to scramble the eggs. I have never actually made hollandaise sauce before, so this is an adventure for me. We're going to keep whisking. We need to whisk continuously. So we're going to also be adding in, we have 8 tablespoons of butter here, which is 1 whole stick. We're just going to be adding a little bit at a time, because again, we do not want to scramble our eggs. Hollandaise sauce is very delicate, and you do not want it to separate. If it does separate, you have to start all over. Add in another little splash here. At most you want to add about a tablespoon at a time. So you need to constantly keep whisking and keep an eye on it. It's starting to get nice and creamy, which is what we want to see. Try not to get too eager here, because again, we don't want it to split. Okay, now that we have all of our butter incorporated, we are going to be adding in, we're going to turn off the heat, we're going to be adding in the juice of 1/2 of a lemon. And we are just going to set this aside to let it cool a bit. It'll thicken a bit as it cools. We will want to keep it warm, but we've done the main part of it without causing it to separate. Once you're done with your hollandaise sauce, you're going to get a pot. You fill about 2 inches deep with water, bring it to a boil. You're going to add in a teaspoon of vinegar as well as a pinch of salt. Give it a little bit of a mixy mix. The vinegar helps to poach the eggs. This is actually going to be my very first time poaching eggs, so this will be exciting. You're going to gently pour the eggs in. can see how it's kind of gotten a bit cloudy. That's because of the vinegar. Because this is my first time, I'm going to do one egg at a time. This pan's a little bit bigger, so you could probably do more than one. You're going to cook this for 3.5 minutes, and then you're going to flip it over and cook it for an additional minute. The vinegar is what is causing the egg to keep its form. So rather than just like dispersing all throughout the water, the vinegar keeps it in a nice tight shape. That's why you need vinegar when you make poached eggs. It looks really cool. It's kind of like a little ghost in there. A little ghost egg. Isn't he cute? I like that our little ghost egg has a little tail on it. It's so adorable. Again, this is my first time doing it, so I wasn't exactly sure how well it would turn out. Well, it looks like it's going to turn out pretty good. Maybe after this one, maybe I'll try 2. Because this one seems to be doing pretty well. So poached egg will be cooked on the outside, and then the inside will be nice and soft and gooey. So when you cut into it, it's going to have a nice explosion of that yolk. If we did it right. First time making poached eggs, so I have no say if this is going to go correctly or not. It's looking right so far though, so that's promising. Okay, so it has been about 3.5 minutes, so we're just going to gently flip it over. Get off the bottom of the pan and let it cook for an additional minute. He's looking pretty good though. I think we've done a good job here. I'm really excited for it because it looks like it's supposed to. Okay. Now that he's been done for another minute or so, we're just going to gently scoop him out. And you're going to put him onto a paper towel. Very gently. I'm going to try and get the rest of him out too. Don't have dirty water. Okay. I'm going to try to do both these other eggs now. Again, we're just going to gently drop it in. And gently drop it in. I did them on 2 sides to hopefully keep them a little bit separate. It looks like both of them are doing well though. They didn't combine. We're off to a great start. Okay, and it's been about 3.5 minutes, so we're going to give these a gentle little flip. There's one. And there's 2. This one seems much more round than this one, like the first one. So I'm not sure if as you do it, because the water gets kind of murky, if that impacts how the eggs work. I've never made poached eggs before. So my first one maybe end up being my best one. Okay, and it's been about a minute. So we're gonna gently scoop these guys out of here. There's 1. He's a nice little boy. And 2. One's not as pretty of a shape, but it is still together. So I'm going to count that as a win. I'm going to get some of this extra goop out of here. I do have 1 more egg to do. It may have been better to do this all at once in one big pan, but because this was my first time doing it, I was a little nervous and wanted to try and take it easy. I just have lots of little egg bits in here. Okay, we're going to do our last egg. I'm going to gently drop it in. And watch them go. That one spread out much more. So I think if you're doing this, you want to do them all at once in a big pan, or maybe clean out the water and add in new vinegar every time. Because it seems like the more you do it, the more spread out it becomes. Okay, now that's been about 3.5 minutes, we're going to flip this last one over. Gently flip them over. There we go. We'll give it 1 more minute. Okay, now that it's been about a minute, we're going to take this last egg out. Drain out the water. And put him over here on the paper towel. that, we have all our eggs done. Now it's time to assemble. Now that everything is done, we can assemble. We have Ishgardian muffins here. We have our poached eggs, and we have some salmon. I'm just going to gently take your eggs and place them right on top. Going to add a bit of salmon, just however much you'd like. Doesn't have to be a lot, doesn't have to be a little. You don't even have to add salmon if you don't like it. And finally, you're going to add in your finished hollandaise sauce. Isn't that nice? I know not everyone likes hollandaise sauce. I do. And it's perfect for, royal eggs. So let's give our royal eggs a try. Oh, there we go. Nice popped yolk, nice and runny. Perfect. Get a little bit of everything, some salmon, some egg, some bread. The hollandaise sauce is nice and spicy because that cayenne and that pepper. And the egg is just so rich and juicy. I love poached eggs. So to have this is really nice. The salmon adds just a nice bit of meatiness to it. You can also add ham, or if you don't like salmon or ham, you can just have it like this. But I hope you enjoyed learning how to make royal eggs with me. And I'll see you later, Gloopies. Bye!